Good morning students. Welcome back to computer science class. Today here I am going to explain you about header file. Okay, what is a header file and what header file today I am going to explain you is ctype.h. Okay, so before going into ctype.h, character type.h header file, what is a header file? What is the use of the header file? That we'll discuss. Okay, see already I have explained stdio.h is a header file. What is the use of this header file is, see in C programming, example this is software. The total software is nothing but it's a collection of different functions. Okay, different functions and different files. So in C programming, whatever functions are there, the total functions are divided into different groups. These groups are called as a header files. Example, in C programming, you have 10 string function, means the functions which are related to only the strings. So all those functions are stored in a string header file. And example, you have only the character functions like uppercase, lowercase, renaming a character, like that. All the characters related functions are stored in a one header file, character. Next, if you have a math functions, all the mathematical functions like addition, subtraction, average, minimum, maximum, sine, cos, tan, such type of functions are stored in a math, square root, like that. And next, if you have a date functions, that will come under utilities, like that. So depends on the whatever total functions are there, whatever functionalities you are getting from a C software, all those functions are grouped into are grouped. Okay, so on what basis they are grouping? Based on the nature of the function. Okay, so if the function nature is on for characters. Okay, if it is a math related functions, so all those functions are grouped. That group is nothing but the header file. Say example, first year students are there. In first year, how many groups, actually total how many students we have is, example 380 students we have in our college. So out of this 380, how many groups are there? BCom computers, BCom general, physics, electronics, statistics. All the BCom computer students, one group, and the general group, one group, physics, one group, electronics, one group, and statistics, one group. Example. So depends on the group of the specialization of the student. Here we have a different types of groups. Similarly, total C programming is nothing but it's a total software itself is a collection of thousands of functions. So it depends on the nature of the function. All the functions means the functions which are having the same nature that are grouped into one file. That file is called as a header file. So here each group is called as a one header file. So if you want one student, example student name is a Pavani. She is from electronics students. So then what happened? So if you want to call the Pavani, first you should go to the electronics group, electronics.h. From that group, I want to call the Pavani. So Pavani is a function and this head.h is a library file. Understood? So if you want to call the Pavani, there should be an electronic group. There should be electronic library file. Then only you can call the Pavani. So if there is no such group, how can you call the Pavani? It is not possible. Similarly, if you want to use the mathematical functions, means if you want to use the mathematical function, at the beginning of the programming, you should include this math.h header file. Then only whatever functions are there in that header file, that can be used in your program. Otherwise, it is not possible. Okay, so this is about header file. So stdio.h already we in each and every program we used to write stdio.h. This stdio.h contains printf function, scanf function. So we are using these two functions in C programming. So that is why what we are doing is we are including this stdio.h header file at the beginning of the program. If you want to include this and if you want to use this header file, it is not possible. So that is why if you want to use any function from that header file, it is the condition that you have to include that header file at the beginning of the program. Okay, as I already explained example, if you want to call the Pavani, there should be electronic group. If there is no electronic group, we cannot call the Pavani. Okay, so if you want to call the Pavani at the beginning of the program, you should include electronic.h header file. If this file is included, then only you can use this function. Otherwise, you cannot use this function. So if you want to use the string functions, there should be string.header file at the beginning of the programming. Otherwise, you cannot use the functions related to the strings. Okay, so that is about header files. So, if header file is nothing but it is a collection of functions. So, if you want to use any one function from that header file, it is a condition that you have to include that header file at the beginning of the programming. Okay, and it's very important. And where you have to write that header file, suppose already we discussed about preprocessor command stdio.h preprocessor because it is a hash. Next, if you are including, see if you are using a printf scanf, that is why this is mandatory. Okay, so what extra function you are using which are not available in this header file? See example, I am using character functions. Then you have to use ctype.h. So when you write this, when you include this preprocessor command, at the time of compilation, whatever functions are there in this header file, that will be invoked, that will be loaded in your program. Okay, otherwise if this header file is not included, it is difficult to call the functions which are available in this library file. Okay, and where we have to include, see if you want to include this before the stdio.h, you can include. After the stdio.h, you can include. But this should be before the main function. Before your program execution starts, whatever functions are available in this header file, that will be included in your program. It is a condition. Okay, so if you want to call the Pavani, whatever example I have given, if you want to call the Pavani, there should be electronic group. If there is no electronic group, because I want electronics Pavani only. So if it is not possible to call the Pavani. Understood? Whatever explained? No. Here, ctype.h is a header file. Okay, what is ctype.h? It is a header file. What is the use of that header file actually? ctype.h. Character type.h means that header file contains all the functions which are related to a characters. Okay, means it contains all the functions, and that functions are used to test the characters, manipulate the characters, and it is used to check whether the given input is a character, or it is a string, or it is uppercase, or it is a lowercase. Okay, so all these functions you will get from this header file. Okay, so here what is our topic is what functions you have in this header file and what is the use of that functions, that we'll discuss. Okay, and you can expect this question in essay only. ctype.h. What is the ctype.h? It is a header file. What is the use of this header file? This header file is used to test whether the given input is a character or not. Okay, and all the character related functions are stored in this ctype.h header file. Okay, now this is the introduction about ctype.h. Now I'll give you here one more point you have to remember is .h header file. Header file is nothing but it contains functions, the functions which are going to use in your program. Clear? And whatever, if you are including ctype.h is before starting your program execution, whatever functions are available in this header file, that should be included in your program. Then only you will get the instruction for that functions. Okay. Now, I'll give you the list of the functions. Whatever functions are available in this header file. Okay. So here we have a list of functions. Okay, is alpha first function. Here I have given only 11 function are given, but based on the character, nearly we have some 15 to 20 functions. Okay, but if you write a minimum 10 functions in the exam with the syntax, it's more than enough. But while giving the list, you give all the functions. Okay, so here the once I read out the functions. Is alpha means whatever, just I'm reading. Next I'll explain each and every function. Is alpha, is digit. See, it is a function. All the whatever characters are there in the function, that should be in lowercase, and at the end of the function there should be parenthesis. Is alpha, is digit, is alpha numeric, is ALNUM, is alpha numeric mean. Okay, is space means whether the given character is a space or not. Is lower means whether the given character is a lowercase or not. Is upper, whether the given character is a uppercase or lowercase. Next, is enter character is a control character or not. Is printable character or not. Here, for every function, we'll take a character only, because it is a header file itself is a character. Okay, is whether the entered character is a graphical character or not. Whether the given character is whether the given input is a character or not. If it is character, that should be converted into lower. Next, whether the whatever input the user has given, that is a character or not. First we have to check. Then you should convert that into uppercase. Okay, you take screenshot of this. Now I'll explain each and every function. So here the first function is alpha. Means whatever input the user has given, that is a character or not. If it is a character, it will give a non-zero, one positive number it will give. If it is a character, if it is not, it will give a 0. Okay, means it will give either true or false. If it is a true, what value it will give is, okay, so this function is used to check whether the given input value is a character or not. So if it is the given value is a character, then it will give non-zero as the output. If it is a given character, given input is not a character, it will give a 0. Okay, so here how to write this is, you see, I am writing one syntax. You write first. Is alpha, here character. Integer also you can give, but if you give an integer, it will give an integer value as the result. But it will check, this function is actually, what is the use of this function? It is used to check whether the given value is a character or not. If it is a character, it will give, means based on the ASCII value of the character, it will display either true or false. But if you are giving a value as a number, then it will give output as a number. Okay, so here syntax is alpha. As a function, here whatever character you have given, that is stored here. Okay, this character is tested. Now, I'll give you simple example program. The same example you can follow for all the remaining functions also. Hash input standard input and output header file, because I am using printf and scanf. Next, what I have to include? Hash include ctype.h. Because I am using a character functions, you have to include this header file in your program. Okay, now after this, void main, your program execution starts from this only. Next, char ch, because I'm taking a character from a user, so that particular value data type should be character. Now after this, I'm giving a prompt to the user that enter the input, printer, enter the input. Now we should check whatever input the user has given, either that is a character or not. Okay, so first whatever the user has given, that should be stored in the memory. So here it is a %c, because we are storing a character. So we should give the memory address ampersand. What is the variable here? Whatever character the user has given, that should be stored in ch. Okay, now we have to check whether it is a character or not. If is alpha character. Okay, whatever character you have given, that is stored in CH, and that is tested. And there is a main bracket, this one, and this is this one for an argument. Okay, now is alpha, then print entered value is your wish. Entered value is entered input, right? Entered input is cat. Else printed entered input is not character. Right? Close this. Okay. Actually, program execution start from first this should be loaded. Here program execution start from this. Before starting this, whatever functions are there in ctype.h and sptype.h, that should be loaded in your program. After loading that, program execution start from this line. Now immediately after this, one variable memory should be allocated. Memory should be allocated to one variable. What is the name of the variable? ch. There is no value in that. After that, what is the next line? Printf, enter the input. So this line will be executed. So for the user, this prompt will be displayed. Enter the input. So this, when this prompt is displayed on the screen, the user will give the value. That is stored in ch. Yeah. What is the example I have entered? A. A is stored in ch. Now, what is the ch value? A. Understood? In order to store in this particular place, I am giving the address operator. You need to give the address so that the value can be stored in that particular location. After that, is alpha ch means whatever character, whatever input is there, whatever value is there in this variable, that is the alphabet or not. If it is, what message should be printed? Enter input. Entered input is caret. Else, entered input is not a caret. So here, this is a implementation of the function. Okay, you take screenshot of this. For all the remaining functions, you have to write like this only. Now, the next function is digit. Digit means what? Numbers. Means again the same will give. So it is a number. So here I will give 8. Int A example. Okay. Int A I will give because you have to change the data type. Okay. So just you check with the character. No, you check with the character function. We'll see how you use it a character or a number. Okay. So like this, whatever value the user has given, that is number or not. So here is, it is a testing. So is common for all the function. Is digit. So what is the use of this function? This function is used to check whether the given value is number or not. If it is a number, it will give the given input is a number, digit. Else, the given input is not a digit. That's it. Okay. This is digit. Is digit means whether the given number is whether the given input is a number or not. The first one is alpha. Whether the given input is alphabet or not. Okay. Implementation is same. Okay. Just you need to change the function. And what's the next function? Is alpha numeric. Okay. C is alpha numeric means here will supply alpha numeric value. And it will check whether the given input is alpha numeric. Alpha numeric means what? How many characters it has to check? A to Z, small a to Z, next 0 to 9. Whatever character you have entered, that should be between small a to Z, capital A to Z and 0 to 9. Okay. So, if you have given a character value or any number value, it will give a true, otherwise it will give a false. And what is the next function? Is space. Is space. Is space means what actually? It will check whether the given input is a space or not. If it is space bar, it will give a true. Otherwise, it will give a false. Okay. For all the functions, you have to write the syntax. Syntax is same. Okay. It will give like this. Is space. It is a whatever value you have given input. So syntax is same for all the functions. Just you have to change the function name. Okay. Next, here, what is the next function? Is lower. Is lower. Is lower means whether the given character is a lower input. Whether the given character is a uppercase letter or lowercase letter. If it is a lowercase letter, it will give true. Otherwise, it will give a false. Next is upper. Means whatever character the user is entered, that character is in uppercase or lowercase. If it is in uppercase, it will give a true result. If it is in a lowercase, it will give a false result. Okay. Next, is control. Is CNTRL. Means whatever character the user is entered, that is a control character or not. If it is, it will give a true. Otherwise, it will give a false. The next one is print. So whatever character you have given, that is a printable character or not. If it is a printable character, it will give a true. Otherwise, it will give a false. The next one is punctuation. Whether the given character is a punctuation character or not. If it is, it will. Next is graph. Means whatever character you have entered, that is a graphical character or not. Next, two lower. Only two lower, two upper. This will change. Means whatever character you have given, whatever value you have given, that is the input or not. First we will check. If it is, then you have to convert that into a lowercase. Is upper also. Is upper. First you have to check whatever value you have given, that is a character or not. If it is a character, that should be converted into uppercase. So this is about C-type.h header file. So this header file contains functions which are used to test all the characters. Okay. Functions which are used to test all the characters, all the punctuation marks, all the lower cases, all the upper cases. The thing is, this header file which contains functions which works on the characters only. So here one more point you need to remember is, over here in this bracket, whatever input you are taking, that should be a single character, single value. Okay, single input it will take. And on that input, it will test whether it is a character, whether it is a digit, whether it is a space, whether it is a control character, whether it is a graphical character. Means all the functions are applied in that character. Okay. So this is about C-type.h header file. Clear? I hope you all understood.